Well, good morning, everyone. So far, we have had a fantastic 12 days of Christmas. We are on jumping actually on day 4, jumping into day 5 here this evening. And I wanted to run over a couple of the past offers that we've had that are still available. You just need the key to unlock them from the vault. I didn't want to make it too difficult for people. I want to find an offer that speaks to everyone's needs. And that's one of the reasons why we're doing this. We're breaking down some of the things that we do on a monthly basis for our retainer clients, and we're putting them into one-time offers for possible new clients. So this video, I'm going to go over a couple of the recent offers that we've had. One is the naughty or nice list competitor audit with Google Business Profile. And then the second one I want to go through is the Schema, the ELF code translator, which is also the Schema code. And I want to dive in a little deeper on some of those and get you guys understanding them a little more. So starting out with the competitor audit, and I'm going to share my screen here. Let's see. So we have, when someone searches for an electrician or a plumber, they see many things. So it's interesting, and you can see this here firsthand, at least on desktop. The first results are all paid results. And that's actually a trend that we're seeing with Google search and home services, is that it's turning into a pay-to-play. And if you want to be that first touch, not necessarily the best touch, but the first touch, then local service ads are going to be where you're going to get that return. Sponsored results, these are ads, is paid per click. And then finally you get down to the map listing. And they recently modified this list. It's going to show 3 organic and 1 sponsored result and 1 paid result. So you want to be in this top 3 in your area. And basically what we would do with this offer is we'd take a dive into each of the 3 competitors that show up ahead of you in your area when we're searching for your service. And what we're looking for how many photos they have. So this one had, Golden Gate's got 38 plus photos, what their hours are. Their hours are 24/7. We would look at their reviews. How many reviews they've had. Are they responding to the most recent reviews? And are the reviews containing specific types of keywords and that kind of stuff? So this is repair, replace the problem. There's not really a specific keyword there. This is just speedy response and professional electrical needs, that kind of stuff. And so we'll break down each of those reviews, see if there's a trend there. We will look to see if they've got, so this one's, he's got appointment link there, the service areas that they have listed. We will also look at the description, capture anything that might be valuable there, how often they're posting. So this was 2021, so that's not a huge thing. You look at what profiles they have linked to their Google listing, Google profile. And then we'll dive into the mobile side where we will take a look at their products listed and that kind of stuff. We take a look at their categories and make sure that we're identifying what they're using for categories. And all of this really is to help you understand a little bit more about what things they're doing so that you can go and make similar modifications to you. So like this one, we've got electrician, it's electrical installation service, electrician. This is both air conditioning contractor and probably also electrical. So that's sponsored. So a lot of those things we would pull out for you. So that's the competitor audit, the SPY audit, and you'll be able to take that information with you so you can update yours. The second one I want to talk about today is the ELF code translator, the Schema offer. And with this offer, what we're doing is we're modifying what Google and other search engines see when they look at your website. And they look at the text content, certainly, but the first place they look is the schema. That's the technical code where people are looking. And so there's a ton of those. So if I look at the full list, we've got things here. So a place, a person, an organization, an event. So we're looking at organization. We could put in accepted payment methods, our address, aggregate Google rating, area served, contact point, our DUNS number, email. We can even load in an ethics policy if we wanted to. There's just the list goes on and on. And so what actually is going to matter when it comes to a local service company is not everything on this list. And so what we will do is we will first scan your site. And so let me just pull one of these. We'll pick on Golden Gate here. So we just pull his website here and see what schema is loaded for him. We can see that we have web page schema, which shows that basically shows this is your default, your organization, logo. Here's an image and the breadcrumb, but there's no service address. There's no indicator of who he is, what he does, an H entry. And so what we would do with Golden Gate is we would look at, first and foremost, kind of that critical schema, which is that local business schema. This is going to be on your homepage, your contact page, and it's conclude this, like filling in these in this template. So what type of business is it, the website URL, business name, the telephone number, the price range symbol, the address, geo coordinates of the street address, area served. So every city, every neighborhood, every municipality that they serve is in this list. And you just basically take this section and repeat it, change the type to city or neighborhood, enter in the name of the city or neighborhood. Opening hours, so we want to make sure that we're letting Google know when we're open, when we're not. There's also emergency hours, so adding in those, emergency service. And so putting that in there specifically with its own hours is good. And same as, so this is like all the different reference points for your business. So this could be Yelp, this could be Angie, Home Advisor links as well. Getting those loaded. And then, so that's homepage contact. And then we work on any service pages that you have. So if you've got draining or repair, we create the schema code for those service pages. So to do that, we use the service schema, put the service type, capture the local business name, logo, area served again, and your services go into what's called the offer catalog, and those go into the offers, and then we capture aggregate rating. Typically, we're just grabbing the count of Google reviews and the value on that one. And then finally, FAQ page. So this is really powerful when it comes to the AI overview and people asking in-depth questions. We put this on every page. Typically, it's going to be towards the FAQ is going to be towards the bottom of each page, but the schema is just there on the page. And so putting those on each page as well. Again, it's very straightforward. Here's your question. Here's your answer. This is going to be important because Google Business Profile is getting rid of the question and answer section of their business profile in favor of the FAQ schema, as well as other online sources, including reviews and so, yeah. Other situational schemas that we might use, making breadcrumbs. So this tells the search engine where things are, how this is organized architecturally. Video objects. So if you've got a video that's embedded into your website, it can't, typically a search engine is not going to be able to watch the video, capture what audio was said, and tell what the context or share what the context is. So That's the video object schema. It gives you an opportunity to give in text, plain text, what the video is all about. So that is the ELF code translator. And as you can see, a lot of businesses don't have it. I mean, I go here, I'm just going to pick out a couple of the top three, and we're just going to just take a look right around here in Hastings, and they've got local business. Local business just has Hastings city, address, phone number, doesn't have areas served, doesn't have the service type or any of that kind of stuff. It's got a website schema. I mean, to go into like service, yeah, this is old school, you know, all those zip codes and that kind of stuff anymore. Services, if I see what schema they might have on their services page, yeah, they don't have any on their services page. And so that's another one. Here's so basically with the software, we would start with taking a look at what you have. So he's got founder information, he's got organization, areas served with the geo circle. That's one way to do it. Geo radius 21,000. That's interesting. He's got the zip code or the address, contact point. Yeah. And I think he also has service. Yeah. So electrician services, basically. An offer catalog is electrician services. So very, very basic. If he's got anything built out in here, I tell you, I like this stuff. Yeah, no thing. So as you can see, from the three that we looked at, this is certainly something that people don't think about. People don't recognize. Now, let's, just out of curiosity, I'm going to look at one of our clients. And so we've got electrician. This is kind of that service type. Hours specified, opening hours. We've got areas served in the cities. We've got the services. These are offers. And then we've got web page. Just gives a description, address, the logo, contact point, address it's a part of. Yeah. A little bit more built out on how we want to see those schemas. But anyway, that is two offers that I want to share and talk about so far. I'm excited to release the Day 5 offer, which is the New Year's resolution offer. I'll just put it at that. So it's something that will help you keep and maintain your commitment to representing your company well online starting in the new year. So stay tuned for that.